Give everything. Go. Finish it. Nice. Oh.
Try that.
Squeeze, come on, get one more. Come on. This is some good effort. Most people watching this gave that level of effort consistently, we would all be beasts. That's why I want to share with you my raw workout that I did with my mate, Tom Merrick. If you were training with me in person, this is the level of effort that I would expect from you. Check it out. We're going to kick things off with the heaviest compound for back, our weighted chin-ups, doing these for low reps to build up strength and really push ourselves. Let's get the weight belt on you, big boy.
Yeah.
It's going to be sore for like a week after this.
I think so. I honestly haven't done weighted chin-ups in 2 or 3 years now. So
I reckon for
not a great testament.
5 reps, surely you'll get at least 30 kilos.
For 1 rep max, my best was like 66, 70, I think was what I managed with 1 rep.
Let's grab that 10 kilo over there. That's your first warm-up set. These are calibrated plates, by the way, so it looks like
it's not Australian kilos.
No, it's not. We're using the best units. We're actually using kilos, not pounds as well. I'm gonna get a few people unsubscribing for that comment, but
22.5 pounds. Yeah.
Here you go. I like how he's clipped the weight together. That's this man knows how to do his weighted calisthenics still.
Was that past
Beautiful.
FitnessFAQs?
Yep. Bam. Just do 3, Tom. 2. Nice one. Good one. Nice.
I'm sure I saw a video from this like popular Australian YouTuber recently about like keeping the weight plate together in the knees. Is that you heard that before?
No, I'm actually looking for some more people to follow online because I'm
me too.
Always trying to stay curious.
They say never meet your heroes.
Okay. Good thing I train by myself all the time. Everyone's on their own journey in training, and Tom, bless him, he started with the 10, which is relevant to his level, but I'll be starting with the 20 kilos because it's just part of the routine. Tom's even grabbing it for me. What a legend. Now I feel bad about that remark.
I wouldn't want to put your back out, you know?
Yeah, that's true. What, because I'm older than you?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. It's a classic like street lifting calisthenics hack, lower weight, lower center of mass. You could put yours lower, that might give you a little bit of a boost. Don't know if it's going to increase your weight to what I'll be working with, Tom, but it'll give you something extra. I reckon you can go.
So what reps are we doing for this one? What's the set?
I'd like to do 5 to 8.
Okay, 5 to 8.
Yeah.
And are you looking to step that over the sets, or are you kind of picking one and sticking with that weight?
Picking one weight and then just doing 2 sets of that to keep it simple. Keep yourself accountable. That looks good. Three, good range of motion, good rep speed. 4, 5, 6. Nice, Tom. Come on. 7. Good, you got one more. Come on, big breath. Solid. Nice. That's good. It's a good level of intensity you're out there. I reckon you could have pushed come to shove one more.
Yeah, I could have got one more.
You could have done one more, but that's perfect because we're going to do 2 sets. That's where you want to be.
Yeah. I always find chin-ups actually, especially, they can drop off a cliff quite quickly.
Yeah.
In a way that like not a lot of other exercises do. It's kind of hard, like although you said you want to go to failure on all the sets, like sometimes going too hard, you can drop like 20% in that first one.
For sure. It's a fine line there. That's why if you're doing 2 sets, you've got a little bit more energy that you can give to each set. Whereas if you want to do 3 sets, you'd probably want to be a bit further from that failure point. Yep. And with this setup here, it's probably a little bit more difficult for strength because we've got
a bit of wobble.
Fair wobble. Fair wobble, long straps. So what I have been doing, I've got a little setup in that corner over there.
Oh, the short straps.
The cheeky short straps, that's probably too small for you, Tom. You'd be, your knees would be on the ground, but for me it's enough height. It's a little bit more stable.
Do you think that rings really make, like obviously with pushing movements,
yeah,
massively compromised. Do you think with pulling it really makes that much of a difference?
I think on this setup it does, yeah.
For you with the weighted stuff?
Yeah.
And again,
if
really
you were doing it on a straight bar with the strap this long, and it's rotating a little bit.
Because it still gives that freedom
to
have a little bit less like tension and torsion going through the elbow.
Yeah, yeah. I want to do a 60 kilo one. Are you down to see that?
Yeah.
In person?
I want to see it, yeah.
Okay. One more set, Tom. A little bit of,
thanks.
A little bit of a secret here. So now Tom's going to get 15 reps.
Dan's secret sauce.
Yeah, no label on this bad boy. No sponsors up in here. All FitnessFAQs, patented products only.
Dan approved.
Yeah. Squeeze your knees together. Squeeze the plate. Yep. Come on, Tom. Take your time at the bottom. Rest. Come on. Good. Take your time now at the bottom. Take a few breaths. And just give it everything. Give it everything. Go. Finish it. Nice. We had an elbow crack there. That is a very nice rep.
I think that counts as a pretty high RPE.
If most people watching this gave that level of effort consistently, we would all be beasts. I think like it's so fun talking about the theory of training and why is it working, this and that. Once you know the basics and you put that level of effort in, I just don't see how you're not going to get big and strong.
Solid, Dan. 5. Another one?
Nah, not this set. That was pretty slow.
Maybe the next one. Just how quickly those first couple of reps move as well.
This is what you spoke about the drop off.
Yeah.
You watch the first rep or two, I get like 6, 8. Nah.
I don't know what it is about chin-ups though. There must be the difference between kind of completing a rep and not is very, very small. Whereas with other exercises, you can kind of always just about grind on and continue.
I think the pull-up, you got a little bit more momentum compensation you can do. Like on a weighted pull, you can kind of like
a
really
little bit
jerk it up like that. Something about these elbows being here, you don't have as much wiggle room, compensation. A lot of people tend to just go through the motions with their accessories, like the biceps, triceps, shoulders. They'll do like 3 half-ass sets. What I've been enjoying is just doing 2 sets of those, but like legitimately hitting failure, like partials and stuff.
Nice.
Oh.
God damn.
I'll try one more for you.
Easy.
Where's the range?
I just don't feel like you were giving it 100% there.
You don't have to try harder.
I'm going to try at least 1 rep with these.
You're going to go for the 60?
Yeah. 25 was so easy.
Warmed it up for you.
I mean, to be fair, this is, as I was saying earlier, I've not done weight chins for ages. So just out of interest in terms of like,
I reckon it would have been better to do this before your working sets, but
they weren't that hard, you know?
This is a new training philosophy we're bringing.
Post-fatigue 1RMs.
That's what they'll be doing in 2026, Tom.
I'll tell you what, it's feeling a bit heavier than I thought it was going to be.
No. I was going to come in with the spot. Just Photoshop me out.
Oh.
Yeah, you're good. You would have got that if you didn't do those first 2 working sets.
Fresh.
Yeah. Guys, when you combine calisthenics with weights, that's when your physique is really going to start to change. I've spent 17 years figuring out what actually works so that you don't have to. click the link down below to get my hybrid program. I'll show you exactly what to do and coach you through the whole thing. Moving on to the chest supported dumbbell row, hitting some horizontal pulling action. If your workout is missing rows in some way, shape, or form, then you're going to be neglecting muscles and movements in your back, and your pull day would be incomplete. I like this because having the chest support takes out a bit of that fatigue of the lower back. Not saying that's the worst thing in the world, but if you're doing deadlifting, squatting in your program, but then you also want to hit your back hard, it's nice to keep that area just a little bit less fatigue going through there. This one's called a Helms row. So you chest support, try and get our back as flat as we can, and you just row those bad boys until you can't.
Okay.
Yeah, simple. Let's do a warm-up set first. I'll kick it off for you here. What are we going to work with? So I'm going to max out the dumbbells today because I'm using around 45 kilos when I go to the gym, but at HQ here, we're stuck on the 40 kilos. So have you done this before?
A Helms row, no.
Set up so your back is as straight as it can be. Try and get that full stretch down here and just pulling into your sides.
Sure.
Now with the chest, you don't have to fully lean it on there. You can stay somewhat light. Mm-hmm. Just experiment with it. Bam. You're a taller gent. Neutral grip as well. Hitting the brachioradialis, getting that stretch and squeeze. Beautiful. That's good. Yeah.
I'd do 40s of you. That felt fine.
I think you can do it, yeah. Will you get as many reps? That's the thing.
Well, I'll let you go first.
Okay.
And then just one more.
Easy, yeah. 2 sets. How can it be? Next minute, let's get it.
Here we go.
Look at these big hex dumbbells. It's just massive on the side compared to the other cylinder ones at the gym.
Yeah,
Have you seen the difference? So with these, if you're doing like bench press, for example,
I see you can't
you got to come out like this. Otherwise, it's right, budget. You don't need much. You just need heart. All right.
So these are giving me like big Elliot Hulse vibes.
They do too, don't they?
And what's the rep range here?
8 to 15.
8 to 15. 5. Nice, Dan.
Oi.
Solid, man.
Yeah, just come right in. Yeah. I'm going to pass out, but hey guys, it's Daniel here.
It's the talking afterwards that's the hard bit.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying not to drop it on my toes.
Yeah.
And then how do you cut off a set here? Because obviously with rows, like you could just keep pulling.
For the goal of building muscle, you don't mind doing a few of those stretch partials at the end. I mean, do you have to be doing it where your arm is literally going like this? Probably not, but if you stop your last rep where you've just not met your side, you saw I was doing an extra 3 to 4 that were just here.
Just kind of getting the elbow in line with the torso.
Yeah. That looks good. Nice. Nice, Tom. Good control. 4, 5, 6. Nice. Let's go. 8. Only 2 sets. Come on. 10. 11. Yeah. Here we go. Got 2 more. Really squeeze it. Good. Last one. Try and hold it. And slow down. Yeah, good. Watch your fingers. Yep, good. That was really good, man.
Not too bad.
It's the calisthenics, the power of calisthenics here. Look, at our heart, we are 2 bodyweight bros. And if you pay your dues on the basics, you can jump into this. And look, 15 reps with 40 kilos dumbbell. That's really solid, man. You build the girth and then you still do the cool calisthenics stuff. That's how you get the buy-in.
Nice, Dan.
There we go.
So you've got 8 to 15 on these, but I've noticed you're pretty much doing max reps on each one.
Yeah, that was pretty tired.
Yeah.
That was 15. I think we're pretty matched here. It's good.
Yeah, and again, but yeah, if we're doing like probably bench press or something, it would be a long way.
I haven't done bench in a while either. Maybe overhead press. Let's get it. Nice, Tom. 5, 6, 8, 9. Come on. 10. Last set, come on. 12, you got at least 2 more. 1. Squeeze, come on, get one more. Come on. Nah, he's done. That was a quality rep. I would rather that last stretch partial be effort than just slanging them up.
Yeah,
so
I was just like 1/3, 1/2 reps of that.
Nah, that's fine. How do you feel your grip is okay in that?
Yeah, grip's fine.
Good.
I've, like with all the stuff I've done, grip's never been the limiting factor.
Because that's the whole discussion point. Should you not use straps?
I get it if you're doing like a 300 kilo deadlift,
Yeah,
but if you're doing chin-ups, I mean, come on.
that's okay. Especially depends how long the set is. Like, if that set was going to extend for another 20 seconds, probably want to put some straps on. Maybe on the last set if you want to truly go to absolutely cooking your back. But I'm kind of like try not to use it until I need to these days.
Okay.
I'll put the dumbbells away because I'm a gracious host. I then had the crazy idea of volumizing our pull day with some bodyweight pull-ups to failure. Just 2 sets going as hard as you possibly can until you can't rep out another pull-up to completely exhaust the back, bringing in some bodyweight bodybuilding principles to get girthy and juicy. We're just going full bro mode and we're just gonna bang out some pull-ups. How many? As many as you can do until you can't get your chin above the bar.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it constant speed. I'm just gonna go for it.
Right, 0.
10.
0. It's like the easiest 15 going. Oh, Dan, finish it. Nice. Was that?
That was 23.
23.
I started like swinging around a bit and then I tried to do the last one continuous without pausing and my back had nothing, so.
I'm not getting 23. I do this competition with my cousin every year and I always go first and he always does one more than me. That's just how it works.
See, you've got the follow-up advantage.
I don't have the...
Nice, Tom. 6, 7, 8. Here we go. Don't stop. It's going to be continuous. What is this?
Oh, I see.
No rest, pause. Come on. Get it. Nice. Another one. Those scaps were engaged to the max. That was good. Nice.
I didn't realize it was continuous. I reckon I had at least another 10 there if I hadn't stopped.
Oh, okay. So we're changing the rules now. All right. No, it was really solid. Doing that pre-fatigued after doing heavy chins, destroying the back with rows. It's pretty good. Still in the hypertrophy range, efficient.
I don't know, was it 13?
You're more than 4, so that's,
Yeah.
we could do another 7
Double digits
sets.
I wasn't going to be unhappy with, to be honest with you.
Where are you feeling it the most?
I would say mine is still pretty back isolated, to be fair.
Nice.
I'm feeling it like forearms is equal, but still back.
Okay. Well,
But I think that's where like, with handstands and other training, forearms are pretty conditioned. But
what are you saying?
I'm lacking with the pull-up volume.
So I like it here, yeah? So my back feels fine there. It's my bicep that's trying to do the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
Just goes to show a different technique. I think I was a bit wider than you, which It's a bit surprising because I'd think that maybe that's more back, but my biceps are feeling it.
I'll try it a bit wider.
We'll do another set from the back view. Only Dan's.
Yeah.
It's the premium content. Jeez, that gets hard real quick.
Yeah. Like 10?
10.
Yeah. That's that pull-up drop-off we're talking about. It's just, come on, 12?
Look at my back's probably just changing colour.
What's that like?
That was 12.
Half the reps of the first?
That was about half, yeah.
That's crazy.
You're up.
Well, if I get half, it's going to be really embarrassing. So.
Nice. Good speed. No pause. Nice. 7 reps. So what's the takeaway from this bodyweight drop set?
Oh, man, it's brutal.
I thought pull-ups were easy and calisthenics was just for beginners.
So did I.
So, wow. So I don't have to just do the lat pull down.
No. I think I could just do with like removing some of my shins or something.
But I'm wearing shoes.
That's true.
Tom is barefoot.
I could get rid of the shorts to really become more weight efficient.
I think you should keep those on. We don't want to see what Tan's been working on this Australian trip. Moving on to face pulls to target those external rotators, the rear delts, the mid scap, just to work on some of those weak links and make our shoulders well-rounded. You want to finish, you want to go home, your compounds are done, you're feeling all right, but this is where you've start targeting those smaller muscle groups, rotator cuff, a bit of posterior delt, and also this precarious 90-90 position. So if you're doing heavy pull-ups, you want to be quite robust here, especially when you get heavier. Just doing your pull-ups alone doesn't strengthen that external rotation aspect.
Sure.
Plus, Athlean X always talks about face pulls, and I've heard that
they're pretty good, right?
They're a good exercise.
You might have only had 100 videos on the topic.
So I've learnt a few things over the years. Granted, better hypertrophy exercise would exist out there if you wanted to target that muscle group, because this is more contraction focused. But not everything we do has to be optimal hypertrophy. Sometimes you just want your body to function well.
Yeah.
I'm sure, I don't know if I speak for you there, but it's like, I'm sure you do some boring things in your routine that just keep you healthy moving forward.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, as you said, underrated just how much basic strength things. And also just weighing up, like, what you're going to do.
Yeah.
Like, do I need to chase one arm chin up? Oh, I'm a bit tired, I'm a bit fatigued from a few other things. Like, do I need to be doing that today? Or would, chin up suffice? So
if you were chasing those huge strength goals, you probably wouldn't have enough room to do couple sets of face pulls and some isolation afterwards.
Yeah.
You'd have to really segment your training more. Whereas for us, we're just doing this general stuff, and
or you just really want big arms.
Maybe a face pull isn't the best exercise.
I'm thinking about the bicep. My mind's on the bicep.
He already wants the bicep. See, that's the problem with the youth these days. They want the aesthetics without the non-flashy muscles, which we're doing now. I personally like taking more of a false grip here.
Yeah.
Because if you do a high rep set, if say you're doing 15 up to 30 reps, one thing that can actually give out is your grip. You'll start slipping off the rope. So I just put my thumb in between my palm and it just keeps me in.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
I'm doing
like a hook grip.
Exactly, hook grip's the term. I'm doing it more like this. So it's the dreaded internal rotation shoulder. It's not a bad thing. I think it actually prepares your body for that position. I'm still doing external rotation, which is fine.
Yeah.
And that's my approach. I like to do it seated as well. Just work on a little bit of that pancake, a bit of homework at the same time. Keeps my pelvis flexed so that I'm not excessively arching. And then you've actually got to do the exercise.
Yeah.
Just talk about it. It's pulling up towards
all these YouTubers, they're just all talk.
They just want to talk and not do any movement. Do they even train? So we'll just treat this as a warm-up. It's a bit easy for me. So I'm trying not to do like this or just lean back to cheat. A really hard thing is to try and keep the torso where it is and just pull like that. Any feedback here, Tom? What do you want to see?
I mean, I'm no expert.
But what do you want to see?
I think, minimal shrugging of the shoulders.
I'm trying to turn off my traps, yeah?
Yeah. Are you using any momentum a little bit to help as you get fatigued?
No. This is all muscle power, man.
A little bit of a leader back, a little bit of momentum.
That was perfect form. Just copy that and you'll have these bulletproof shoulders.
In all honesty, I'm all for a little bit of minutia, but I also think that you just need to do the
Sometimes the reps are going to get a little bit ugly.
Yeah. Especially with skills. Less so with this. When you're doing skills, when you're first learning, I think people chase that perfect form a bit too much.
Agreed. It's hard because as coaches and making videos, you've got to set a standard for people to strive for, but I think it's on us to just say that in the real world. It's not going to be pretty, it's not going to be textbook, especially if you're trying to progress. If your form's perfect all the time, you're probably not
pushing yourself.
Pushing the comfort zone, which is this part of the set right now, these final 5 reps. Good, grip it hard. Grip it, Tom. Come on, man, we want these rear delts.
I'm going to have to get at your grip, actually.
Oh, see, this is what I'm talking about, fellas. That over grip, hook grip.
I completely ignored your instructions, to be honest.
I know.
I just wasn't listening.
I think you were just admiring my bicep vein. Nice, dude. This is some good effort. There we go. That's fantastic.
I feel like this is another one though that with the rows, I could just keep going.
Yeah.
It's just going to get incrementally less and less and less.
Yes.
And it's just where's that productive cut-off,
And it's hard with this particular exercise because we've chosen a weight where you're going to start losing the ROM around rep 15-ish.
Yeah.
If you put it too heavy, you're going to be failing at rep 5. But if it's too light, it'll take you to rep 30. So find that sweet spot where it's challenging on an accessory. Experimentation you need. Finishing up with some curls for the girls. Your back day would be incomplete without sprinkling in some icing on that cake, some icing on those arms with some curls for the girls. Now, we're going to do some incline variations because it is nice to have the back supported because then you can't cheat like you are in standing. Plus, you get a really nice stretch as you're coming down. I love it because you can grind it out, you can go pretty heavy, and you can standardize it. 45-degree bench, 45-degree bench anywhere. I'm curious to see how much you're going to use.
I was just going to say you probably can tell, but this is the first time that I've trained curls in a couple of years in terms of properly actually weighted curls.
My friend, you're going to have some sore biceps after these 2 sets, and it's going to be so much fun. I'm going to start with 15 for a set and then do a 20. Here we go.
Again, is this 15 plus?
Not for how heavy I've been going. So I think there's a misconception just because you're doing isolation that it has to be 12 to 15 reps. I'm doing curls where I'm 6 to 8, sometimes sets of 5.
Yeah.
Because you can progress it and play with that variable just like you would with a compound.
It's pretty safe as well.
Very much so, yeah.
Maybe less so if you're doing the Scott curls. I've seen too many bicep pops on the.
Yeah, and because you think of a set of 15 of curls, it's only those last really 5 reps that are challenging. If you're going really heavy for a set of say 6, it's essentially that heavy right from the start. It's that whole kind of effective reps.
Yeah, you have way more effective reps, yeah, sure.
So if you want to be efficient and you just want it to be hard straight away, nothing wrong with some 5 reps.
When I was training a lot of one-arm chin, I did a lot of heavy hammer curls in the 6 to 8 rep range. That was the sort of
cool
bread and butter, and it worked great for it. So was this just a warm-up set for you?
You can do maybe 10, 12.
Yeah, I'll do 12.
And I reckon you'll play with
and you're
15. Supinate. Oh, yeah. Yep.
And you're trying to keep elbows back when you're pulling?
Geez, you're really quite back.
That's what I'm saying. I could bring my elbows forward.
I think you can keep it forward a bit, yeah. It'll allow you to lift a little bit more weight, but you're just so into the mobility that everything is shoulder extension like this.
Yeah.
It's about the biceps, Tom.
Well, to be fair, I actually think keeping the biceps forward is like, when I'm here, there's really little
tension.
There's little tension. There's nothing.
That's right. This is hypertrophy. It's like hard right from the start.
That's strong, man. 20 kilo?
Yep. Just warm up. It's not a warm up. So 2 sets really like, that's 5 reps. Cooked. That was 5 reps. Wow.
That's savage.
Still effective.
Yeah, I mean 100%.
Yeah, like couldn't get another rep. So in the simplistic world of bodybuilding and just training to failure, that's a good set.
Yeah.
So working to failure doesn't make you a failure, does it?
No.
No, okay.
No. It's what it is. Do you think that using drop sets is a bit of a cope to like not training hard for your first set?
Yes, I think so, yeah.
I was just thinking about that, and I was like, I've done definitely in the past for like some auxiliary stuff, I maybe do like a hard 8 to 10, but it's not really hard 8 to 10 because you're like,
No, because you know what's to come next. It's like, I'm going to do 5 sets for biceps. You leave some in the tank just naturally. Nice. Try and keep your palms supinated the whole time. There we go. Nice, Tom. So 3 reps. I'm
going to use less weight.
I think that might be a lighter load might be required there. This isn't chin-ups. 4, 5, finish it.
My left arm it's got nothing in it. For me as well, like having to keep the arms there as opposed to like a little bit further back is a huge difference.
So you're a bit more on tension and you having to keep the palms supinated.
Yeah.
That was a lot more biceps. All right, one more set. Let's see if my neural system is fired, if I can get any more reps or what's going to happen. It's so hard because you're trying to make it as hard as possible, not just trying to get the reps, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So if I get... I've never done that before. I've never curled one arm and had the other one fail before. That was an odd sensation. You saw it first. Enjoy, Tom.
Was that 6, 5?
That was 5 and 6.
5 and 6 on the right.
6, 5. Supinate. That's it. Good. 3. Textbook. It's great. 4. Come on. Here's the same thing. How the hell did you do the same thing that I did? I've never seen anyone else do that before.
How's that for left to right imbalance?
What's the takeaway here is just put effort into what you do, make each set, make each rep count, track what you're doing. Mm-hmm. Don't fluff around by changing exercise all the time. Have your notebook with the numbers and try and beat yourself as well. Mm-hmm. In light of today's intensity theme, this just goes to show how effective of a workout you can have in an hour or less. This didn't take us that long. The longest part was just chatting in between the sets. If you do high intensity type of training, working close to failure, no reps in reserve or maybe 1 rep in reserve, you don't need to do 1,000,000 sets. You don't need to do 2-hour workouts to accomplish the job. I'm not saying it's easy, but what I am saying is you can guarantee that you've stimulated your body if you're bringing this intensity. And I encourage you to work hard and do so consistently. If you want to train like me, check out my hybrid calisthenics program linked below. Peace.